The feel when you're totally not pressed. The feel when we control your bodies. Hey, bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling. Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren and I'm Maureen. So in today's video, as you've seen in the first snippet that we've just played you, for those of you who don't know this man, he's called Nick Fuentes, who is a famous podcaster, and as we believe, he was a influencer for the Republicans, right? So in today's episode, you're going to be reacting to that video, guys. And you know, this is such a sad thing for a grown man to come out and say something like this, but we don't have to give our commentaries on this. What we want to say is everybody has a responsibility, especially in today's society, and with what you say and what comes out of your mouth, because this is like threatening the safety of women, right? So before you say something, just know that this, in the day of internet, your video could as well go viral by the time you wake up, and a lot of people will hear what you have to say. And it's not just grown-ups, even children hear such kind of things. Yeah, that being said, guys, let's see how Black Americans and Americans in general reacted to what Nick Fuentes said, and then we come back and talk about it. Let us know what you think about this video in the comment section. Also consider subscribing to this channel if you have not.
You will never be the president of the global empire.
And that is what a little boy masquerading as a man looks like. That is what you do when you reached a certain age and you realize you still had the equipment that you had when you were 6 years old. You're intimidated. You're intimidated by women because you know that nothing you ever do will ever measure up to their standard. And I mean that literally and figuratively. And women, if you have one of those little boys masquerading as a man in your life, leave. And if they make it difficult for you to leave, may I recommend for your viewing pleasure a little movie from 1984 with Farrah Fawcett called The Burning Bed.
I'm all for the 4B movement, but please be safe. These are the same men that say women should go back to being in the house. Same men that tweet your body, my choice forever. You already have men upset in the podcast. Remind yourselves that it's single men who are more depressed than women. Now, if you take away your casual hookup, your situationship, and there are a bunch of women who just stopped dating entirely, you are going to wake up a group of angry men. So I caution you, if you can get strapped up, get strapped up. If straps aren't your thing, please be cautious going out by yourselves. Go out in groups of 3 or 4. Go out with the male friend if you can. And I hate to say it, but keep an eye on your children.
You see this shit? This shit is not real. And they talking about some y'all need to go to hell. Like, bitch, are you crazy? Bitch, are you crazy?
Okay, y'all, so I go to Texas State University, and this is currently what's going on at my school. They have signs everywhere saying that kind of stuff. Recently, like last week, they said they had signs all over San Marcos saying, okay, I don't know why it stopped, but it said, if you voted for Kamala, we will find you. Basically, KKK organization stuff. And this is getting out of hand. So this is our friend, and currently a building is on lockdown because of this. And all I'm saying is this is going to get worse if we as a whole and a collective do not decide to stand up and fight against this inhumane society.
We know what's going to happen in the next few days, in the next few weeks, in the next few months. We saw Brexit, when everybody who voted for Brexit couldn't be happier because it was going to get the immigrants out, it was going to get the money to stop flowing out, it was going to save them, it was going to make them all richer, more secure, better looking. And then companies found out what it cost to do business with the EU when you weren't part of the EU. And people who wanted to go on vacation figured out that they had to go through the whole travel process because they were no longer members of the EU. And shit got expensive. And a ton of people, when asked, okay, but you voted for Brexit, why aren't you happy? Oh, I didn't think that this is what it was. We're already at the leopards eat my face moment. We have kids in a school yesterday telling girls in the hallway, your body, my choice. A group of people are reporting that they got text messages about the N people showing up at a certain time in a certain place because you've been assigned to like group B pickers. Commonality between everybody who got that text is their skin tone. We have a politician yesterday who was like, well, now that we all got elected, yeah, Project 2025 was the mission the whole time. We have elected officials coming out and being like, yep, we won. We control you bitches now. Companies have come out and said, like, hey, no bonuses. We have to pre-buy supplies for next year because if Trump's tariffs get in, the raw materials that we process are going to double in price. So if we buy them now, you get no bonus, but we might be able to stay in business for another year. Or you can have your Christmas bonus and you don't have a job next year. I have bank accounts in England, France, and Canada for various reasons. There's not a lot of money in them. All three bankers yesterday reached out personal emails like, hey, to my international clients, I'm getting slammed today with people asking me how to transfer money. Here are the limits of how much money you can transfer. Here's what the rule is for how much money as a non-citizen you can have in this country. This isn't a mass email from the company. These are individual bankers who have international clients who are like, yeah, I woke up to a lot of people trying to exit and I'm just going to group answer it for all of you because it's not as simple as you think it is. Good luck. I have friends who work at federal agencies, everything from the park rangers to the IRS, who don't know if they're going to have a job. I have friends who are teachers who don't know if they're going to have jobs. We know there were a lot of policies that were going to be put in place to help women protect things like their health and well-being, but also like maternity leave, paternity leave. Those bills are dead. We're on day 2, and the leopards have their full teeth out. To everybody who voted for Trump, shut the fuck up. Because everything that's coming that we have to endure because you wanted cheaper gasoline, may you get everything you voted for and more.
You aligned yourself with that. And you wonder if we can still be friends. What are you saying? I deleted my cousin, a black man, today. I don't care. No, we cannot communicate. I will love you from afar for the rest of your life. Like the lady said, you have to know you aligned yourself with people like that. You might not be racist. You might not be a rapist. You might never SA anyone in your life, but you condone and you align yourself with the people that have. This was not about politics. This was about character. And you showed me your true character with this election, especially white men and women.
It's your body, my choice. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie.
I already know there's going to be a bunch of people who are like, who cares what that troll has to say? He's not President Trump. He doesn't matter. I don't even know who that guy is. You don't recognize that guy? I don't blame you. It's hard to keep track of all the shitheads. But that's Nick Fuentes. As in, Donald Trump had him over for dinner. White nationalist, Holocaust denier. And he was like, come on in. Come to Mar-a-Lago with Kanye West. We'll chop it up. That's who said that. Plus, this has made a ton of them feel very, very emboldened. When Nick posted "Your Body, My Choice Forever," this guy said, there's going to be a lot of women threatening sex strikes, LMAO, as if you have a say. Oh, and then here's a comment from TikTok that was left on a woman's video. Big Paul here after his failed rap career. Leaving that in comments. Oh, Oh, and remember when myself and others were talking about Project 2025? And a bunch of y'all were like, that's not real. You're spreading misinformation. That's not Donald Trump. He has Agenda 47. As if Agenda 47 isn't like the children's book version of Project 2025. Remember that? Remember how you all said that? It wasn't even 24 hours. It was literally the next morning, hours after his victory. Republicans celebrate by admitting they can't wait for Project 2025. All these people, Matt Walsh, Charlie Kirk, all these people out here going like, oh yeah, by the way, yeah, that is real. And again, you might go, well, that's just a bunch of like internet shitheads. Doesn't mean Trump's gonna. Except Donald Trump plans to hire this Project 2025 author to regain control of the border when he has one of the key authors of Project 2025 sitting in his chambers there as one of his yes men with his ear. You think this guy's not going to try and sell him on the other stuff? And they have the best sales pitch in the world. It goes like this. Mr. President, you're worried about all these things. You don't have to worry about this. This is a lot of work. A lot of other people have already done the legwork for you. They've come up with the plans. All you have to do is take this. We already wrote it up. Just take this and go out there and say, I have an idea. You can even take full credit. We're fine with that. You take the credit, you go out there, and then we'll just do it. That's the world we're looking to live in, and I feel like the next 4 years is going to be a whole lot of me going, I fucking told you so.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about this episode on the comment section. You know, as I said in the beginning, everybody who has a platform, a camera, and a microphone and goes on to post whatever content they do on the internet, you should believe there's a certain kind of influence you carry. Yeah, and you should hold yourself responsible. You should know that for people to listen to you, there's some type of influence you hold, and there are people who are going to take your words very, very seriously. Yeah, and with that being said, I struggle to understand the psychology of men, and I do understand. Let's not generalize every man. Not every man, but what I'm saying is, I struggle to understand. I think you've misunderstood. You've jumped a gun a bit. Okay, okay, right? Explain yourself. So I struggle to understand the psychology of men, and what I was going to say is, I wish, because we have a male audience in our audience, right? And they're the only ones who can decipher what men like Fuentes think, their psychology behind such kind of words. Because there's a redhead, okay, he's not a redhead, the black man who had his beard died. He tried to decipher how Nick was thinking as he is just a boy in a man's body. He never finished his development stage. You know, I'd really like to understand Nick's psychology through men's eyes, because I'm a woman. At the end of the day, I will never understand how men think, but other men can understand how Fuentes thinks, and they can decipher for us what Fuentes. Because you know, I'm asking myself, when Fuentes says "your body, my choice," how exactly is he willing to execute this saying? Let's just assume that even laws are passed that women must submit sexually to men, right? And women are obligated to lay with men, right? But there are such instances when a woman really isn't in the mood to do anything sexually, right? And when Nick comes with the type of saying of "my body, my choice," other than grape, how is he willing to get it? And then another thing, guys, that I wanted us to talk about, yeah, you know, even if you're coming forward and whatever you're doing, maybe you don't mean it, you mean for it to come off as a funny or a joke or as a popularity context. You have to ask yourself, for you to even for you to have had the words, the specific words that Nick, because he said some heavy stuff there. Right. Do you mean to tell me Nick does not have a sister? I don't know if he does, but does he not have a female figure in his life? Not even his mom or his grandmother mother for him to come out and talk about this. They're little girls. I do believe that such kind of content might come in contact with this content.
Not only little girls, even little boys, cause the palm-colored woman who was wearing glasses, she said in a certain school, little boys were going to school after Fuentes spoke, and they were telling little girls, your body is our choice.
So what does that drill in the minds of young children at the end of the day? You know, and these girls, you know, like there was a generation where growing up, you were being taught that women can become whatever you want if you work hard at it. You want to be a doctor, you can become it. You want to be president, you can become it.
And here Fuentes is telling women how
they're always made of bricks, not even glass.
Yeah, and they'll always hit those bricks. You know, to be quite honest, right now I'm just feeling so sorry for the woman that will be Fuentes' wife, and
I'm not feeling
children.
For that woman who will decide to marry Nick, I would never feel sorry for them, because already
let me say that one will be by choice for marrying Fuentes, right? Because a man like this doesn't even deserve a wife. But if he does, God becomes very kind to him to give him a wife. Maybe I feel sorry for the little girls he will raise, because they will never be allowed to amount to anything other than what Nick Fuentes says is alright for women to achieve.
And you know, I look at this situation and I feel like, you know, I love that there are different type of men out there, and there are those men who really thrive, and them having successful women in their lives,
it doesn't intimidate them or hinder their level of success.
Exactly. It's like a boosting factor, a plus factor for them to even feel
both
proud.
of them to be successful.
Exactly. But a man like Fuentes and those ones who think like him, I feel like they're the type of men who like grow up failing.
They blame women for anything that goes wrong, especially if they're not able to get into certain doors or get certain jobs. They blame the women who already have gotten there as the hindering factor. So how I'm assessing this situation, he needs to take them down in order for him to have one less competition when it comes to that specific job.
And that is a description of a weak man for me.
Me too. And you know, quite frankly, for a miscreant like Nick to even get to where he's gotten right now, I'm wondering what kind of mother did he have?
It doesn't look like he has much brains, and that's not me trying to insult him. Just the way the way he displayed himself. To be honest, he looks like like if you could go into his heart and really look closely, he looks like a miserable person. Because why would you come out and disrespect someone like that? Exactly, disrespect someone like that, and I bet you this is a man who, like, on a regular basis, he must be like interacting with a female on one level or the other.
By them. That's why he needs legislations to tie women's hands in order for him to get their bodies, to have a choice in their bodies. Either ways, if women are given freedom, he might be the type of man who finds it difficult to court or trap a woman.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this episode. Genuinely, I hope that
the saddest part is it's not only Nick who thinks like this. There are other men who thinks like this, and you know, these men have been raised by moms. So I really try to understand what kind of upbringing were they given. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this episode, and also consider subscribing if you're new to this channel, and we'll see you on our next episode.